It's February 23rd. It's day 34. I'm back. I'm not 100%, but I'm definitely a lot better than I was yesterday. I do not recommend that you guys have that experience. It might have been norovirus. It's tough to say. The symptoms are really similar, but anyways, I'm back on my feet today, and we're going to do the news. We missed some important stuff. So Elon Musk sent out an email. He's such a dipshit. Last night, requiring all federal workers to submit essentially a book report by Monday at noon, detailing everything that they've done for the last week for work. In the email, it just says that, okay? On Twitter, he goes on Twitter and says, if they don't, it will be considered a resignation. That's totally illegal. And, you know, obviously almost every single thing they've done so far is illegal. I think it's going to rattle everyone. You know, I mean, anyone who's a federal employee right now has to be scared shitless. And I'm assuming that most of them are going to be starting to look for other jobs, realistically, as they should, you know. It's not safe for them to continue working there. And that's sad for our country because these people, they have already been trained. And training new employees is actually very difficult and requires a lot of resources. Anyways, I predict that by this time next year, America is going to be running like a 3-wheeled car. It's not going to be good. Kash Patel, I don't think he likes Elon. He then immediately sends an email to the FBI employees telling them to ignore Elon's orders. Good for him. I think he's a piece of shit too. And he just basically said that they're going to do their own internal investigation into what's going on at the Bureau. So not to worry about what Elon's saying. And then RFK instructed all 80,000 employees at the Department of Health and Human Services to comply. Again, can they do this? No. I mean, not really, but they're going to do it anyways. And people are going to try to comply because even though a lot of this information is confidential, sending it in an email is not secure, and people are pointing that out. Like, there's some of these people have jobs that require a security clearance, and this is not like Elon is 8 sheets to the wind at all times, and certainly isn't trained for this and is just a nutbag. So, but here we are. This is just what's happening. It'll be interesting. See, the problem with a lot of this stuff is I'm seeing a lot of judgments coming back now that are requiring Trump and Elon to stop some of the things that they've been doing. But they're not complying, and it's slow, right? Like, it's been 34 days, and a lot of the stuff started 34 days ago. So it's not like you don't get emergency orders coming out of the court, really. And also, it's just difficult to force them to stop the nonsense and the madness. And they're definitely also threatening people, which is making all of this harder on everyone. Of course, then Trump goes online and starts posting memes making fun of the people that are about to get fired because he's such a nice guy, saying that they're crying about Elon and Trump, and saying that all they do is email, and saying that none of them ever go into the office. Anyways, he's such a fucking loser. This has been all over TikTok for the last few days. Trump is planning to head to Fort Knox. I don't know when. He's going to head to Fort Knox, and he's going to check to see if the gold is still there. No president has been to Fort Knox supposedly since 1956. Lots of predictions on this. Some people are saying 50% of the gold's there. Some people are saying none. Honestly, I'm not saying who cares, but our money doesn't operate on the gold standard anymore. It hasn't for a long time. Money is made up, man. That's why they just keep printing more. It always has been made up, though. Like, gold isn't money. Gold is a precious mineral. It's cool that the earth can make something so shiny, but it's in and of itself, gold is not worth anything other than what we can make out of it, etc. We assign a value to all of this stuff, is what I'm saying. Society in general is really just an agreed upon hallucination. Food is real, shelter is real, family is real, money is not real. It's not. And a lot of the things that we are doing in our society right now are completely made up. So it'll be interesting to see, I don't think it's bad for this information to come out. I mean, it could have some really negative effects on the dollar, could have bad effects on our national security, but our national security and the dollar are already, you might as well hold the funeral now, babe, because they're dead. Trump has gone ahead and fired some of the top military generals. Of course, he went in and fired the black guy. The general, Air Force General C.Q. Brown, very specifically is firing him because of his support for Black Lives Matter, because they believe that he was a DEI hire. It's so disgusting. I believe they also fired one of the only women up at the top as well. It's just, honestly, they're like middle school bullies, and they're not even cool. Actually, usually middle school bullies are usually not cool, but like, they're socially awkward creeps that no one fucking likes, that are cruel and stupid. And they're sloppy. They're sloppy and they're embarrassing, and it just is disgusting. Anyways, one little piece of kind of good news is that the AfD, which is the far-right German party, has lost the election to the mainstream conservative party. So it's kind of like if Mitt Romney won instead of Trump. Honestly, I'll take it. It's better than the AfD winning. However, there's a lot of concern because the mainstream conservative party has shown some degree of alliance with the AfD. They cannot form a coalition with the AfD. That's like an agreed upon rule there, that the AfD is not allowed to be included in coalitions, which there's a part of me that's like, well, why are they allowed to run? I don't know. It's a little bit confusing. Anyways, the concern is now that the mainstream conservative party is going to have a struggle trying to form a coalition with like one of the leftist pieces, because they're all really pissed at each other. So anyways, I'm just glad that the worst thing didn't just happen in Germany, because it could be worse. And I still think we are seeing a very disturbing trend, but this was Elon's side project, trying to get Germany over the line into Nazi dictatorship. So he lost and it didn't work. Good. Happy. Anytime he loses, I'm cheering. Pope Francis is unfortunately still in critical condition, and now they're seeing early signs of kidney failure. I believe he has pneumonia. It's not looking good. I don't know how much longer he has, really. I mean, he has limited lung capacity to begin with, which I think I told you previously. I think it's more than likely he's probably, I'm not going to say he's not going to make it home, but I don't think he has like a long time. There's all these goofy TikTok videos going around saying that there's some sort of prophecy about him being the last pope, and that's like one of the signs of the apocalypse. But honestly, first of all, the word apocalypse really just means revelation. It means like uncovering of the truth. And that really feels true to me. We are going through a phase of uncovering the difficult, dark truth about humans. I mean, we've been through many phases like this. And if you really think about it, the apocalypse has happened many times. Like, we've gone through many dark ages. I don't believe in the apocalypse as like an ending. But I do think that humans are having a bit of a test right now. And maybe here in America, we're not like doing so hot. You know what I mean? I'm really upset that I'm right about this, or that I was right about this, but unfortunately, Israel has sent tanks into the West Bank. They have not had tanks in the West Bank in a number of years, and they're ordering Palestinians who fled not to return. So I'm not surprised. I told you, like, they're not backing down. And it doesn't really matter what kind of deals they make. It was never about the deals. They don't care. They want that land and they want the Palestinians gone. And, you know, in order to stop them, another country is going to have to step in. And now we know it's for sure not going to be the United States. So, like, I don't know who's going to do it. It's not going to be us. Egypt, like, I don't know. It seems like all of the wars everywhere are escalating, to be honest with you. Not good. Trump is trying to force Zelensky to give the United States $500 billion of Ukraine's mineral reserves. And it sounds like Zelensky is like kind of negotiating with him over that. Zelensky also offered to step down in exchange for like a peace agreement and NATO membership for Ukraine. I think Zelensky is getting a little desperate. He also isn't, he's like, I'm not going to agree to whatever Russia wants with no seat at the table. So he's still holding tight to that. But like, I think he's realizing that Trump and Putin are not, like, you can't negotiate with them. They're bullies. They're dictators. So I don't know. He's in a really tough position. And, you know what? We'll just bounce down to this story because this is relevant to this. Unfortunately, Russia also launched the largest drone attack of the entire war so far to date. Last night, 267 drones and 3 ballistic missiles at Ukraine. It sounds like they were able to basically disable all the drones. And I don't know that the ballistic missiles did a ton of damage, but I think, you know, the hard part is if they don't have larger countries on their side that can supply them with equipment and weapons, like, I don't know how much longer they can do this. That's like Russia's whole strategy, is to wear them down, to just keep pushing and wear them down. Not good. All of it's bad. All of it's bad. Very sadly, they will be moving federal inmates, trans inmates, to prisons with matching, like, basically they're going to be moving F to M inmates back to female prisons and M to F trans people back to male prisons, whatever it says on their birth certificate, which is very scary for them. There's going to be a lot of violence, I'm sure. I mean, I think that they are trying to sign their death sentence. Like, I believe that's what Trump is doing. I think that Trump and Elon Musk want to commit genocide against disabled people and trans people and the LGBT community. And, you know, they want whatever their version of this creepy society is that they're trying to create, and they don't care. They don't have any compassion. There's been a lot of people asking, like, publicly, like, does Elon Musk, like, have any empathy? And it's becoming more of a conversation because I think it's pretty clear the answer is no. Speaking of having no empathy and being a sociopath, Trump is planning mass firings at the office that funds homeless programs. So, again, do they care? No, they don't. They want to kill these people. They see them as a drain on society. If you go and you look up Curtis Yarvin's fucking nonsense, that's what it's all about. He believes that human beings that are not contributing in a particular way are bio waste. He thinks that they should be eliminated, killed. So the more people that they consider to be a drain on society that they can kill now, including like RFK's super dangerous rhetoric about people that are like pre-diabetic, people that have cancer, like, yeah, they consider those people bio waste as well. Yes. Ironically, I'm sorry, but if we're going to go there, bitch, RFK is the biggest fucking bio-waste of them all. And so is Elon Musk. RFK has part of his brain gone from a brain worm, and Elon Musk supposedly doesn't even have a working penis. So, doesn't that qualify you as bio-waste, you guys? I'm sorry. It's like the hypocrisy and the cruelty and just, it's so disgusting. It's like, have you seen yourself lately, Elon Musk? You can't even finish a goddamn fucking sentence, and neither can you, RFK. Neither one of you. I can't understand a goddamn fucking word you're saying. You're just stuttering. You're not even saying words. Anyways, sorry for the rant. So much cruelty. Trans actress Hunter Schafer was issued a male passport. She is an actress that plays in Euphoria. So I do think it's good. I think it's really good for people to see, like, this is going to affect all levels of society. It's not just going to affect poor people. It's going to affect celebrities too. It's going to affect everyone. So for all the, like, gays for Trump, you probably shouldn't have done that, man. Now we're all fucked. But I want people to understand, like, money, the only way to buy yourself out of this is to get the fuck out of here. So you better hurry up. If you have the money to go, you should go. Walmart has sounded the alarm on the economy. It ended up... Okay, sorry. I was just wondering where I put the rest of my notes there. It ended up tanking their stock by 6%. Basically, they're saying that their original predictions for 2025, they had to lower them substantially. They still expect their profit to grow by 5.5%. That's not good enough for capitalists. Like, it's never good enough to, like, maintain status quo. You have to be, like, in some sort of exponential fucking growth mode at all times, even though there's a limited number of human beings on this planet and you're not even paying us any money. But that's a whole other story. Walmart's predictions for the year tanked the Dow by 1%, which doesn't sound like a lot, but the actual dollar amount is large. And Walmart is seeing some really big changes in the trends of who's shopping there that are really kind of a huge red flag for our fucking country. And what I mean is, their customers are typically people that make less money, that are kind of like more rural people that are doing their grocery shopping there, etc. What has happened is people making over $100,000 a year are now shopping there to try to save money because they don't have any and they don't trust the economy. So it's just a pattern across the board that people are pulling back on their spending for anything that's not an absolute necessity. And even people, I mean, I'm even doing this. Like, I'm only shopping at Trader Joe's for food, except for like a couple of items that I have to go to Kroger to get because they don't have them at Trader Joe's. And I'm really trying to spend less in general and on food. So I think a lot of people are doing this. A lot of people are really angry with a bunch of these companies as well for their behavior. So yeah, people are not spending money. And I don't think that's going to change this year, especially with the amount of uncertainty in the air. Like, Trump throwing around the idea of having 30% tax on everything we buy and just eliminating the income tax. But like, all this shit he's just yapping about, like, we have no idea what he's actually going to do. So that doesn't make people feel safe, and that doesn't make people spend money. And I think that they're going to learn the hard way that this is going to fuck a bunch of shit up. A bunch of shit. And maybe these companies will start to spin out, and I don't know what the ramifications of that will be. Like, are they then going to start pushing back, and is it too late? This will be the last story. So Elon Musk's fourth baby mama is suing him for full custody of their son, who was just born recently. I believe their son was born just before the election. She has like publicly released all these text messages between them, or I don't know if she meant to, but they're out there now. And, you know, it's really clear he's super paranoid about getting assassinated, which honestly, he's not wrong for being paranoid about that at all. He's right. But what's fucked up about it is he's telling her that he can't be seen near them. She can't, like, he can't, you know, no one can know that this is his son. His name can't be on the birth certificate because he has to keep them safe. But then he's taking this toddler, Grimes's kid, and literally using him as a human shield. And now that he's been talking in these text messages about how he knows that he could be killed at any second, there's no more excuses about, you know, people are always trying to make excuses for these motherfuckers. No, he knows that he is in extreme danger. He's literally using that kid as a human shield. And it's the only kid of his that he sees. He just grabbed one of them and was like, yep, this one will do. He's light. He's portable. This is my human shield. It's not funny. It's disgusting. Anyways, it was really nice to be able to sit upright and tell you guys the news today. I hope to be back again tomorrow. I can't believe it's only been 34 fucking days. That's messed up. You know I told you guys I was going to do the news every single day for 90 days. I guess we already broke our record, but man, it feels like we have a long way to go. You know what I mean? Sorry for yawning. I'm just very tired. I'm going to go to bed very early. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.